Okay, so welcome everyone. I'm gonna be getting started. My presentation today, it's AI, unlocking resources for educator heroes. Uh, so I'm gonna give you a lot of tools that I've used in my classroom that I used before or that I still use in order to facilitate and be there for the students and be create resources to keep them engaged, to engage the learning. So have them do different activities, go into their interests, do things that for the students, because I know that we have a lot, we always keep our students first. And I know that we have a lot of on our plate, and I know that sometimes time is not there. So I want to give you resources and tools that you can use to facilitate that. So getting started. So let me introduce myself. I'm Mr. Chapa. I've been 8 years in education. I started as a TA in kindergarten. Then I moved to second grade and then third grade. And now this year I'm starting as a resource teacher. So I'm going to be working with resource students from kinder all the way to fifth grade. So I mean also 6 years as a CIT. That means I've been helping my teachers on my campus integrate technology into the classroom, making it engaging, having different tools and activities that they can use. Now I also work as a curriculum writer before. I have my master's in STEM education. And last year I was the 2025 campus teacher of the year. Honored to do that. And so this is me. Now I share the presentation on the chat. Now, have you used AI in your classroom before? I want to see the have you used it or have you not used it? How do you feel comfortable about it? What tools have you used? I know that today's session conference we have a lot of tools, very good tools that we can use, and I hope I can provide that to you. Give you some tools that you can use and take it away. So to engage your students and to facilitate your role as a teacher. Now, so first two I'm going to talk about it's Padlet. I know that in the lunch and learn we the presenters talked about Padlet. Now I love this. I use it a lot. What I like about it is that it creates different activities that you can use to your classroom, right? So what Padlet does is a teaching assistant that uses AI. So it creates recipes. That's what they call it in Padlets. And you can chat with the assistant and ask it for different things. Now, the teaching assistants, it can be used by teachers, admins, school librarians, or Padlets for schools, or the classroom's account. Now, you can also use your personal account. All of these links, things, they're underlined, they're linked to something. So you click here, it will take you to the link. If you need more info in that, you click in there. So different tools or things that you can do in Padlet. So the first one that I like is the class activity creator. I know that sometimes we don't have the time to create different activities. The kids get bored of doing the same thing, or you want to shake things up. So let's see what Padlet can create for me. So what you do here is you click on Classroom Activity Creator. You click your subject, your topic, your grade level, and then you just click Get Ideas. So what this is going to do is going to generate multiple options for classroom activities that you can use with your students. Once you select an activity to do, you assign it as a Padlet to your class, and the students create the assignment. So an example that I have here, it's build a shape gallery. So they create a post by clicking on the plus button. They upload a drawing or create an AI generate image of a 3D shape. Now they have to fill in the following information. So not just go in and do a shape, right? So they have to name the shape. They have to give the number of faces, the number of edges, the number of vertices, and on top of that, provide a real world example of this shape. Notes, they can draw a shape using any drawing tool, or they can use the AI feature to generate one. Now, the students, this is the example that we have, right? This is the activity that they're going to do. Now, in order for them to create the activity, they have to click on the plus sign. And then they have 17 options that they can use to respond. This can include creating an AI image. And what I like about that it has a safety net. So what safety net does, it creates a safe environment for the students. The images that they created are going to be age appropriate. So this is gonna give you a guarantee that they are going to be suitable for students, and no images that are not supposed to be seen by students are going to be created. This is something that I like about that. Now, another option that we have is create a custom board. So again, what you do, you click on the plus sign. You're gonna go into custom board, and then what this is going to do, it gives you a personalized thing, different options, and you can create lists, timelines, maps, summaries, or any topics that you ask them to. The example that I have here is I want them to create a fictional book or a list of fictional books that I can use for my third grade students to teach character traits. Now they give me different books. Or we have different books here. They go by themes. Now, what I want them to do is, okay, now these are the books that we have. Of course, it's a little bit too long, but you can ask them to create short stories or short books, and the students go, they choose, oh, I want to read this one, right? So I want to read this book. So I'm reading this book, and then I'm going to answer to the question that I'm teaching, which is character traits. So that way the students having an option, they're having a choice of what to respond or what activities to do. They are getting the same thick, right? They're all looking into character traits, but their option is different books, the choice, and it keeps them engaged, they keep them entertained, and that's a way that we can use AI for. Now, what I'm going to be doing, as I mentioned in the beginning, I have a lot of tools. So what I'm going to do, this is Padlet. Before I move on to the next one, I want to show you Padlet in the how I use it, right? Step by step in my computer, right? So I'm going to open Padlet here. Now you log in with your credentials. So the thing with Padlet is that the free version only has 3 Padlets, as you can see here, but it's very simple. So if you don't want those, like if you need more Padlets, you can just go in and delete them. To delete one, I'm gonna delete this one to give you the example. So you click on the 3 little dots, and then you move to trash. And here it goes. So now I have 0 Padlets used of 3, so I still have 3 available. Now what you're gonna do is click on make a Padlet. And this is all AI recipes that they can do, right? So we can create a discussion board, we can create classroom activities, we can do lesson plans, timeline of events, polls, rubrics, custom boards, map of historical events. I know that the presenters talked about this during the lunch and learn. So that's something also that we can do. Now I'm going to go into class activity creator. So I'm going to click here. Now my subject, I'm going to keep it in math. Let's do 2D and 3D shapes. And I keep it in third grade. Then you click get ideas, and AI will generate different classroom activities that we can use. Here we go. So we have a shape hunt. shape sorts challenge. We have a story of a shape. Oh, this is interesting. Guess the shape. Map the shapes around. Okay, so these are different activities that you can use. You choose the one you want to implement in your classroom. So let's do the shape hunt. You click in there, and it's going to generate your Padlet. Here you go. So the instructions are here, right? So look around your house, school, or neighborhood to find 2D or 3D shapes. You're going to take a photo or create a drawing of each shape you found. Create a post for each shape with a photo drawing, the name of the shape, and then you add an explanation. Okay. For example, you have 2D shapes, circles, squares, triangles, and rectangles, or 3D shapes, spheres, cubes, pyramids, and cylinders. Now, this is the instructions, right? You can edit here if you need to edit. So for example, I want them to also describe of the shape. And then you click update. If you want to add a picture, you can add a picture, but I'm not going to do that. Update. And here you go. So instead of being very simple, I added a little bit more. So now they're going to describe the attributes of the shape. Now, this is what the students are going to see. For you to share this with your students, you click the little arrow, and then you want to share the board. So you click here, copy link to board, you copy it, and then you just paste it in your Google Classroom. The students access it, and then they can start working on it. Now, what other students are going to see? Of course, the plus sign. Plus always mean add. So we're gonna add more to the post. The students are going to see this. Now they have documents, links, pictures. They can use the pictures, their Chromebooks took pictures, or their iPads. And then you can do the plus 13. And now this is all the options that the students have. Now, of course, taking into AI, we have the image generator. So they can create an image. So let's do here. I want to do a square. Let's do rainbow color. Gonna create the picture. Now you see this picture. Okay, so they can choose here. So let's say the student choose this picture. So they're gonna be talking about the pink square. So now they choose the picture, it's in there. And then here they will explain, okay, so the name is a square and it has 4 sides and 4 vertices. It is flat, this is a 2D shape. And then they start adding an explanation. Why does it belong there? Now, what I also like about this is that they can do AI speech, or let's say we have those students that are very shy and they don't want to talk, right? They don't feel comfortable speaking. So what they can do, they can type here. So I a square with 4 sides and 4 vertices. Next, so what it's gonna do, gonna create an audio. You play it.
I chose a square with 4 sides and 4 vertices.
They choose they click the audio and then they save it. And then instead of them using their voice, they take their text to speech and they have the speech there, right? Now, if what you want them to do is speak, you also have that option, audio record. So they're going to record the audio, explaining the attributes, explaining the shapes, why does it belong there. They have the camera, they have the video recorder, they can draw. So they have a lot of options to respond. You're giving them the choice. Now, this also helps a lot with telpas, right? You want the students to feel comfortable recording. So let's practice at the beginning of the school year. By the time telpas is here, the students are already used to recording themselves. Okay? So audio recorder is a good option. Now, let me go back to Padlet. And what I'm going to show you right now is the other example that I talked about. Loading, sorry. So you go home, you click make a Padlet, and then you do, I talked about activity creator, or you can do a custom board. Custom board, it gives you different options of what you can do. So for example, you are a teacher and I want to create a board that shows different ways to multiply. You can click create. And then what this is creating, it's a board and it has different options that you can use, right? So the students can refer to this. Now, what can we do? Different ways to multiply. We can use arrays, the area model, standard algorithm, repeated addition. Now, if you see this, there are too many things, right? So I don't want to share this to my students because instead of helping them, it's going to they're going to get confused, right? So what I can do, haven't teach the area model yet. So what I can do, I'm going to click here the three little dots. And then you click here, delete. Number line, lattice multiplication, delete. Now you see how I am customizing what I'm sharing to the students now. So this is another way, okay? So I am doing multiplication for 3 weeks. Okay, guys, if you're having issues with multiplication and I show you this, and that, I can add anchor charts in here. You know what? Go ahead and look into the multiplication Padlet, and you choose whatever method that you want to use to solve multiplication. Here it is, right? And they go back and they refer to it as they need, right? Now, you can do this throughout the year. So instead of multiplying, they can do addition here, and then subtraction, multiplication, division, area, and then you click adding sections, and then all the information you have here, you can keep adding to it, right? Do we have any questions on Padlet, guys? Okay, I'm gonna continue, guys. So next thing I'm going to be talking about, oh, sorry, this is the AI features. I showed them to you, but if you have different, you want to refer back to it, here's ways that you can use AI in Padlet. So the next one I'm going to talk about is ChatGPT. Now, I think ChatGPT is one of the most common AI that we use, or I think the first one that I heard about. So what ChatGPT does, it's a very simple thing. I think it's very simple to use it, and it gives you a lot of different tools. Now, you can use this to create reminders, to take parent conference notes, to create flyers, to create an image, to do lesson plans, to do games, to do presentations. What I like about ChatGPT is that you can integrate it with Canva. So what I'm going to show you right now is how to use ChatGPT to create math reviews. Of course, I'm focusing on math because I teach math last year. So a lot of my things, excuse me, were math. And so this is an example of how to create a math review. So what you're going to do, you ask ChatGPT to generate a review, any topic that you choose, and you incorporate the text. So for example, can you please make me 15 review questions about TIC 3.6a, classify and sort 2 and 3-dimensional figures? And then I wanted to be use the language that's similar to third grade math star. Now, something important. Please provide the questions in a CSV file. Why am I doing this? Because once I have the CSV file, I go back to Canva, and then I'm gonna bold create. And then I'm gonna have a slideshow that shows me 15 questions that I'm gonna use for review. I can do that for crunch. I can do it at the beginning of the day. You know what, guys? Let's answer a real quick question. This is review, right? We're going fast. So this gives me a lot of questions, and I don't have to spend a lot of time creating those questions, creating a presentation, and keeping everything, creating everything, right? So I'm using the AI to create those tools so I can enhance my teaching and give students extra work or extra practice so they can practice either whatever TIC I'm covering that week or during crunch time, right? I'm gonna go live right now and show you how to do it. But another thing that you can use is to create projects. You know what? I need to create a note to some parents, right? So I'm gonna make a note. I asked ChatGPT, can you please make a note for third grade parents to do a project with a child on ways to earn money? Very simple, right? So now here I go. ChatGPT created this for me. So dear parents, we're going to be working on third grade. We're creating creative ways to earn and save money, project instructions, the due date, copy, paste it, and I shared this in Class Dojo. Of course, it's created by AI, so you need to review that everything is appropriate and it's what you actually need, right? So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go to ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, just Google it, ChatGPT, and it will take you here. Now, again, my Canva, it's linked. So you just click in the link and it will take you to ChatGPT directly. So I'm gonna create a new chat. And then here, can you please create a math review with, let's do 10 open, oh, okay, 10 questions using TIC. Have my TICs over here. 3.4. I copy the TIC. I paste it here. One. So they're doing 1-step and 2-step problems. Multiplication division. Now align to third grade math star 2.0. Now, again, let me not forget, please create an CSV file to download. And then you click send. Here we go. So now here, this is the link. You click here. It's gonna download. It's been downloaded over here. Now I have my file, right? So it's here. I should have it in my downloads. So it should be this one. Yes. This one. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go to Canva. Let me exit here. So I can use a template and do math problems or math questions. Let's do summer. We're still in summer. Also, you see different math presentations. I like this one. It's more kid appropriate. So let me use this one. So you click any template that you want, customize it. And now this presentation is going to open. And you have all these slides, right? We don't need all those slides. So we're only going to need one. So what I'm going to do, actually I don't mind this one, but I'm gonna delete that one. So I just keep one of these. I'm gonna delete the rest. Why? Because when we both create, it's gonna repeat everything, right? So now I don't need the options, the answer choices. So I'm gonna delete all this. Wait, not that. Deleting this. Now here, this is where my question is going to be. Question. Just gonna put it there. So what I'm gonna do now, have one slide only. I'm gonna go to the left side and check here. I'm gonna go bold create. So you click bold create, and then it's gonna ask you to upload your data, and it says CSV file. So you click here, upload data, and I have my data here. Which one do you need? I need questions. Okay, what's happening? Okay, so I need this one. I need the question, right? I think I need to connect data. Okay, question. So I'm gonna, how did I did that? So you click in the text that you need. You're gonna click on the three dots, and then you're gonna go to connect data. Connect data. And then you're gonna see what your question is. So your question is here. So you click on question. You're gonna get question. And then you click continue. And then it gave me the 10 questions. Now what's gonna do, it's gonna create 10 different slides with all these different questions, right? So you're gonna click generate design. And now it created a new design. Let me view my design here. You click here. And here is my 15 questions. Now of course, you can edit this. This is maybe too, that looks better. Now I have 10 different questions that I can share with my students. And you know what, we're doing crunch. Let's review this before we go into start practice. So let's do question, right? And then this is something that took me, maybe 5 minutes at the most. So I have my 15 questions. I have problems that I can do. Now, if you want to be more specific, okay, give me 10 questions about what are they like, Pokemon. So all the questions are going to be about Pokemon. So you're going into what the students like, and you keeping engaged, and it's different practice that you can do. And now it doesn't take you long, right? So that's a very good thing that we can use with ChatGPT. And of course, as we mentioned, we can create projects, we can create different notes and different things that we can use ChatGPT for. Now, does anyone have questions about ChatGPT and Canva? Okay, so now I touched a little bit about this in Canva, but now Canva has, you can use AI to create different ideas, pictures. You create coding, you create designs, you can create a lot of things using Canva AI. Now, how it works is on the top, it says Canva AI. So here you're gonna describe your idea. What do you want Canva to create for you? You can create posters, you can create lessons, you can create any code something. Now, what I'm gonna use right now, I'm gonna show you how to create a flyer. And of course, you can create a math review. So let me go back to Canva. close this real quick. Now this is the Canva home. Now mine looks a little bit different because I'm using the desktop version. If you usually you're gonna use it in the website, it should look the same. It's gonna be here on top. You go home, it's gonna say Canva AI. Now here, you can, if you want a specific image, like if you want it to be an image or a document or something, you just create here. Oh, I've never seen the video clip. This is new. Okay. Now I'm gonna leave it open just to see what they can do. Now, let's say tomorrow's picture day. So I need to create a flyer to remind parents that tomorrow is picture day. Please wear your blue polo. And let's click submit. And let's see what AI can generate for us. It's generating. I like this one. Oh, we're doing green this year, so let's do the green. So I like this one. I'm gonna click in here. Now I can edit the flyer that they created, right? So you click in it, and then you're gonna create use Canva editor. Click here. And then you just edit the information that we have here. So for example, I don't need this. Can create doctor's read mock Mantrin. I don't need this. Now, picture. Let me add another picture of kids smiling. Change this. I add my picture. Please wear your blue polo. Maybe I need to make this a little bit bigger because I can barely see them. Please wear your blue polo. We don't need the address. They know where the school is. Now I want to personalize it. Let me go to uploads and let me add my crest. Set. Here we go. Let's use it. Here we go. And now it's ready to go. Right? It took me, what, 3 minutes to create it? And real simple, has the information we need, and we just share it with the parents. Like I said, we don't have a lot of time, right? We are need to do things quick. Now, this is a great thing that we can use to create flyers, stuff like that, using AI. Any questions with this? Perfect. Now, this one, I'm gonna be talking about Google Notebook LM. Now, this is something that I used last year. As I mentioned, this year I'm going to be moving into resource teaching. So I'm gonna be a resource teacher. Last year, I took my resource test, my special ed. So I did not have a lot of time, right? Because I had to do a lot of work. It was start time, a lot of crunch, a lot of getting everything ready, getting the students ready. So you know what? I don't have the time because we don't have a lot of time, right? So what I did, I used Google Notebook to upload the study guides that I found from the Texies to study any resources that I found that I can do. So what I uploaded them, and what it did, it created a podcast that I just listened to it. And I was able to study. That was my study. And actually, like, I passed the test on my first try. And I think it was thanks to this because I did not study much other than that. So, does it have to do just that? No. You can create, upload your lesson internalization, upload it there. So if you know you're gonna be teaching Eureka or well Bluebonnet this year, we're gonna be doing lesson transition. I want to be prepared of what I'm expecting, right? But I don't have all the time to be reading it twice and doing all this. So I'm gonna upload the guides, the unit. I upload it. You can either download it from the page. Well, that was Eureka. Let's see how is with Bluebonnet. If not in your GoodNotes, you download the pages that you need where it goes over that part. Upload it to Notebook and it creates a podcast that you can study. Now I'm gonna show you an example. So Notebook ML, you open it and then you create a new one. This is the one that I created. You upload your resources and then you can chat with them. You can ask them questions if you need to. But here is going to create an interactive podcast. So you click load and let's listen to this is geometry 3rd grade. So let's listen to it.
Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. You know how this works. We take some interesting source material and, well, we just dive in. And today we're looking at something that you might not think is that deep at first.
Oh, really? What's that?
Geometric shapes. I mean, we all know what a square is, right? A circle.
Yeah, I think I learned those back in, like, kindergarten.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we're going to go way beyond those basics today. We've got some excerpts from a 3rd grade math curriculum.
A 3rd grade math curriculum? Okay, I'm intrigued. What could be so deep about that?
Well, you'd be surprised. It turns out there's a whole lot to learn about how we define shapes and classify them, even how we draw them, all based on specific rules.
Huh, interesting. See, this is why I love these deep dives. You never know what you're going to learn.
Right, so this curriculum, it jumps right into quadrilateral.
So as you can tell, this sounds like two real people having a conversation. So it's AI. AI is making that, but I mean, they sound so real and it's engaging, right? So I was able to listen to many study guides through my commute from work home and from home to work. And I was able to learn a lot. Now, does it have to be just that? No. You can also add, let's say we're going over a text. Now you can add it and then you can have the students listen to the podcast that you create, right? There's a different way that you can use it. Now the students will listen to it. And I don't know if you can see here, but I added the TE page 2 and page 3 from my teacher edition. So that's another way that we can use Notebook and Lemma. Now you can use Telpas. There's a lot of things that you can do. It's up to you. Just try it out. And I hope you like it. Do we have any questions on Notebook LM? Okay, now, so no. Keeping it in the mood of listening to something. Now, at the beginning, I don't know if you joined early into the session. I had a little song. Let me play it for you. This at the beginning. So.
Thunder, coffee in hand, PowerPoints and lesson plans. Not all heroes wear a mask. Some just crush the toughest task. Chalk just rises, pencils fly. PSJAs where dreams don't die. Superhero teacher saving the day. The confidential going the way.
So that's a song that I created using Suno. Now, of course, it's linked here. Just click in the link. Now, what it does, it creates personalized songs. Now, it can help a lot of kids learning about, like, let's do 3D shapes again. Vocabulary words. They can use it to do the academic language because the students sometimes they're not used to other language that we use in the classroom. Now, a very catchy song will get them in lit. I've seen it before. The students are just singing the song over and over again. Why? Because it's really catchy. Right. Now, another thing, we can use it for the end of the year presentation, and it's very personalized. Here, this song was talking about heroes. We are heroes. We need coffee. We're in PSJA, we're at the conference, we're trying to learn, right? So this song created by AI gives me a lot of personalized things for the conference, right? And it is really catchy, right? So now an example that we can have, it's create for the song that I was talking about, 3D shapes, right? So you go into Suno, and then AI is gonna create the lyrics. So you click here, you give them what it wants. You can get this from your teaks, right? Three-dimensional figures, including cube, cone, cylinder, sphere, triangular prism, and rectangular prism, and its attributes, right? Now, pop. What style do you want? You want it pop, K-pop. I think it's very in right now because of the show. So you choose your style, and then you click create. And then what I don't know if it's my devices or something. Well, it's actually think it's my computer because my iPad works fine. But I have a difficult time listening to the song in Suno. So what I do, I just download it. So you click here, and then you download MP3 file, and then you have the song that you can listen to. Now this is the example of 3D shapes.
6 equal sides, it's a perfect box. Straight edges and corners that truly rock. Oh, shapes in 3 dimensions wide, with angles, curves where mysteries hide. We'll spin the world with edges and spheres. Geometry's calling, it's music to our ears.
So as you can see, it's very catchy. So if you need any ideas, it's here. So now let me just jump live into Suno real quick to show you how it works. You're gonna go home, log in with your credentials. You create. Now, let's see. I want a song. You can go custom auto. I want a song. Get the ticks. So I'm gonna get the ticks here, and then solving. Oh, it was too many. And then what style do we want? We say K-pop, it's very in. Where's K-pop? Oh, work. Okay. Songs about 1 step and 2-step problems. Let's see what it creates. I know, short time. Okay, so you see here, this is the songs that it created. And then you should be able to play them. Okay. It's not loading for some reason. So hopefully by the end it plays. I'll see
Try
right
just
now.
refreshing the browser.
It's been doing this all morning. I don't know if it was. How much time do I have, Valentin?
16 minutes, like 15 and a half minutes. So
Okay.
it ends at 2:55, but I'm gonna share the survey and all that stuff.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, well, I'm sorry. This is a pain. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's see if it plays later right now. Let me continue. So, but you get the idea of a 3D shape or the songs. They're very catchy, and the students learn a lot about vocabulary, all the academic words that they need. So it's helpful. Now, this is the last one I have. So I have Magic School AI. I love it now. I've been looking a lot into school AI, pero okay. I put Magic School because I used it before and I love the way it interacts with the students. I can use it for a lot of things. Now I have a lot of activities that I can share with you. The one that well, these are the tools. We have all these tools that you can use. But what I loved about a lot about this is the grading the ECRs. Because I know, especially if you are in a testing grade, we do not have a lot of time to be looking into all the grading and all that stuff, right? So if we have AI that it's helping us grade and give the students feedback, meaningful feedback, it's really important. Now, last year I did a training on this. So if you click here on the mobile mind icon, it would take you to my training that I did for last year. It shows you all the steps and how to create your chatbot, and it's a great tool. Now I heard that curriculum writings are providing chatbots for us to create great ECRs. Now that's fantastic because it takes us a lot of time, like it saves the time of creating them if they are provided there. But now if you want to create your own, of course, go into Mobile Mind and you click in there. I don't know if you guys have experience looking into the chatbots, but this is an example. So this was for last year, fourth grade. Yeah, it's the Salamander. So Salamander, I did the chatbot. I copied and pasted the student's response. This is what the student responded. Now AI provided me with a score. So for organization and development, they got a score of a 1. For conventions, they got a score also of a 1, giving a total of 2 out of 5. Now they tell them what they have to do to make it better and to keep practicing, right? So that's one thing that we can use. Again, click on the mobile mind icon. You guys have the presentation and it will go a lot into detail on how to create the chatbots. Now, another thing that I have is creating rooms for the students. Now, this gives the students the opportunity to be working with AI, using AI to create anything that you want them to do. For example, this was an activity we used in the classroom. I asked them, create your own turkey, right? You do your own turkey, create the image. They have Adobe image generator, which is really cute in there. And now they also created a song. Now the song we can do a Suno, but he gave them the idea that just do a song about, they describe what they want the turkey to do, activities, right? So if I put AIs for students, this is also a video, it's linked in there. You can play it and it gives you a lot of tools of how can you use it for your classroom. This is just an example that I actually did in my class. I love this one. Chatting with Sana. You don't have to do it with Sana. You can create different things. You can create astronomers. You can create mathematicians. You can create scientists for different things, right? But I love this one because the students get super engaged and they are thrilled to talk to Sana, right? Especially that time is like, mijito, si no te portas bien, le vamos a decir a Sana that you're not behaving, right? So it helps me too to keep them task and doing the work that they're supposed to do, right? Because why? Because I can chat with Sana. They've seen it before, they've done it before, right? Because they're doing this. So I also have the opportunity to chat with Sana. Now, this is the template here. You can use it. It was shared last year with the district. So it's a good, great tool. And I think that's it. So now let me go into Magic AI. Wait, sorry. Magic School AI. So here, so we have all the tools. What I love to do here, it's Magic School. You click on the little star. For example, image generator. It's there. And you go to favorite. And you don't have all the options there. Just your favorites are here, right? So you have your image generator. You can do questions from a YouTube video. That's great. Now, I think they changed it last year. The video has to have a transcript in order for it to create the questions, but most of them have it. A lot of the ones that are very like, I don't know how to say it, like very like not known, don't have a transcript. But if they are popular, most of the time they do have a transcript. You can do DOK questions. I used this a lot last year, and I can show you my tablet where I do my lesson internalization, and I ask them, okay, this is my TEK, or this is the section that I'm teaching. And then you click there and it does, let me see if I have. That's not showing. Oh. It shows you like I take a picture of the notebook of what the questions, the okay questions that I can use while I'm teaching with my kids. Let me see if I can find one. Now, you can also do text-dependent questions. You can make it relevant, make something that like what you're teaching, make it relevant for the students so that the students feel connected to what they're about to learn. So you can hook their thinking, their ideas. They're gonna be interested if instead of telling them, oh, I'm gonna be teaching 2 and 3D shapes. You can go ahead and use Minecraft as an example. Also, we're gonna be looking into 2D and 3D shapes. So whenever you're playing Minecraft and all the shapes that you see in there in the game, use and be able to identify them. Also, common misconceptions, that's another way to use it. What I like also from Magic School, it's the Magic students. So you create the rooms, sorry. And here you can create a room for the students to do different activities. For example, the little turkey that I showed you. Loading. Okay, so you should be able to create room, and then you choose. Oh, it's loading. You choose what tools you want the students to have, or what tools you want them to do. You can do the study bot. You can do AI. I want them to use, where is my image generator? And I also want, oh, okay, let's just keep it with that. So I want them to do, okay, image generator, and then you save your room, and then you launch this. Let's say we are working with character traits. And then you're going to ask them, okay, I want you guys to choose a character trait of a character. How do you think that character will look? Okay, so the character, it's a tall. Okay, they start describing all the characters. And now, once you give them the expectations, this is what I want you to do. Now you can share it directly into Google Classroom, or you can simply give them the link. That way they can join in there. And I think that's it. Any questions, guys? Questions on any other tools, on anything?
I have a question, but it's regarding the other presentation that you made regarding the notes that we can do like a
Yes.
flyer. Can it be translated to Spanish?
Okay, yes. So Canva has this great tool that, let me go back. This flyer, right? This is the one we're talking about.
Yes.
Okay, so I love that Canva also has this where you can translate it into Spanish. So you here, click here on the left side, it says, translate. You click in there, and then you can translate the whole page, or you can select anything. Let me translate the whole page. You translate to Spanish, and then translate. And what's going to do, it makes a different page, and here you have it. Now, this is your English, your original one, and this is your Spanish. Of course,
Thank you.
it's also AI. You can go ahead and make sure that everything is correct. Any other questions, guys?
Here. Great job, Jonathan. Thank you, everyone, for attending. Please
Thank you.
go ahead and look at the information that we put. There's a session evaluation, and you can just come back and check out later when we'll be uploading all of our presentations of today in our YouTube channel. There's 2 surveys after this session, the session evaluation and the end of the conference surveys. Please, we really beg you to support us, to provide us feedback on how this presentation went, to tell the amazingness of Jonathan, but also to let us know how the conference went overall. And one last thing, don't forget, Monday after noon, we will have our door prize winners in our website. So we did share all that information in here as well. Thank you so much, everyone. And Jonathan, if there's no more questions, I'll end up the meeting.